Okay. So good evening to the WhaleCoin Talk community tonight. We have an AMA with micro pets, and so if we could start with a bit of your background in crypto, um, Nick and Ryan and Tony, that'd be great.
My background in
Want
crypto
to go
was the
first?
question, correct?
Mm. Yeah, just
Background,
a bit of your background, yeah, in the crypto,
yeah,
yeah.
quick background. So I got in crypto back in 2017, towards the end of the peak of the bull run. Yeah, I may have got burned, but I spent the entire time during that bear market holding everything, researching nonstop of like what's being built in the space, everything left and right. Once I got a hold of BSC, I got addicted, and that was it. This is my third project I'm launching myself alongside with Tony and Ryan. And I mean, you can't have your first project, like always do the greatest. But this one's special because everything that we've learned in the past 3 months and everyone we've met has helped build what we have built today of micropets.
Awesome. Yeah.
Can introduce myself next, if you don't mind. So my background is I also got in 2017. It was December of 2017, not the greatest month or time, to be honest with you. I also got a little bit burned there. Thank you, Justin Sun. But I'm a technology guy by heart, and I'm also like a process guy. So I just really loved the atmosphere that existed in regards to the technology that could be leveraged with cryptocurrencies. So I'm more of like a traditional like cryptocurrency guy. Like I like Harmony and those types of projects. And then I got involved in like Binance Smart Chain, and I eventually met Nick, Ryan, and I got involved in some of their projects, and I just loved their attitude, and I've been with them kind of ever since. So that's kind of my background. Um, I'm more or less like the operations type guy. That's a big part of my role, operations and leadership.
Yeah, without a CTO, I mean, you got to have that.
Yep, that's my technical role as CTO.
Yeah, and just like these guys, I've been in crypto since 2017, towards the end there. So I've seen the ups and downs of the market to where it is today. And like during the pandemic, I really started to hone in on my trading, and that's kind of what introduced me to Binance Smart Chain. So I've been in it since January. Binance Smart Chain, I've been in trading groups with Nick since then. I've known him for a long time in this space. I think a lot of people recognize Saint Nick's name. So I think with him and Tony, my experience in marketing in real life and in crypto, I think we make a really strong core team, us three together, and paired that with like the 30 plus team members that we have. I think MicroPets is really going to go far beyond the moon. So that's my background. I just want to say
Awesome.
thank you for having us here today.
Yeah, that's great. So
Yeah, and it's not like I'm sorry, Coach Off. And it's not like we want to just get any AMA we want to get our hands on. There's certain channels that like I've been part of your channel. I have like it's like the strategic marketing approach we're going with this project. We don't want to get like just pay off like a 0.5 B&B show or this or that. We want to target people with organic communities that focus and understand a real project that is developing for a long-term like vision.
Yeah. Our investors, are very really keen on NFTs as well. So that's a great project to bring to us. So you've got, if I can go into, you've got 6. They're amazing actually. The micro pets. I'm a real big dog fan myself. I imagine, there's so many people in the crypto are going to go ape for these pets. But how many NFTs in total are there of each pet? How many will be created?
Tony, if you don't mind, may I answer this question?
Yeah, sure. So the ones that we're not going to reveal the ones that we've made that we haven't shown yet. Okay, so that's maybe a little teaser for you. We are already forward thinking and beginning stages for future development and new releases beyond what we just launched on day one. Okay, so what you see here, these animated videos, these are the initial NFTs that we're going to launch, and each one will have their own unique rarity as well. So what you see here is what people will eventually be able to get. Now, there is like actually obtaining these NFTs. How that whole process will work is we will actually have our DApp that will be live on day one, and that DApp will let you go on there and spend your MicroPets tokens to buy a crate. And within that crate will be a random NFT, and that NFT will be one of those first initial well, the Santa one won't be available on release, but the other ones will be available on
Awesome.
day one. So you'll get those, and then you can either stake those or you can sell them on the marketplace. So at a high level, that's what will be available on day one, in addition to special release crates.
Right, got you. No, I think what I actually meant of each of the six, I mean, yeah, they're all amazing. So will it be like 500 of each one, 1,000? How does that work for the NFT?
Yeah, well,
So the way how the basic DApp is going to work is that these NFTs, these are unlimited supply because it's meant for the staking portion, to like stake your so you stake your NFTs, you earn MicroPets tokens right there, and that's just the beginning of the NFT development spectrum we're going to take. After post launch, we are going to go into the realm of, you guys know, you got like your 2D NFTs, fixed supply, minted. It's kind of like, you want to build our brand and make, and it's not like anyone can go make like 5,000 NFTs and say, hey, I hope you buy these. And then 90% of them, well, 99% of the companies don't sell out. So we're building our brand right now. So at some point, there will be those 2D NFT models at a fixed supply rate for sale. If that answers the question you're asking me.
Yeah, and then you'll have a breakdown of the rarity percentages in the future of each pet. Yeah.
Well, the special thing about each pet that you open, hold on, I'm just grabbing the probability chart real quick. So the most common dog you can open is Akita Inu. It's a 40% chance to get. After that, you have Kishu Inu, which is 30%. After that is Hokkaido Inu, 20%. Then there's Shiba Inu, 9%. And then there is Micro Shiba along with Floki in like that 1% range. But the reason why those are such a low percent drop rate, which is why I'm going to go back to the NFT, that unlimited supply of staking form. So, are you familiar with that project that was called Binamars a month or two ago?
No, I'm not. No.
Well, what we did was we did what they did wrong and made it perfect. So Akita Inu has like a 1x staking multiplier, like in the farm, to earn the MicroPets token. But I know I mentioned like Micro Shiba and Floki are like legendary status. So they'll hold a very higher percentage of staking power.
Got you. Yeah. So how many of each one will be minted?
Those ones are
In the
unlimited.
series? Okay. So yeah, so if 5,000 people want to buy, yeah, you've got the chance with the rarities of getting one of the six when you mint it. Yeah.
Correct.
yep. Otherwise, we'd run out, eventually, and then we wouldn't have an application. But another cool
That's
part
why
is,
we're going to build the second application of the 2D art that is
yep.
literally storming the fucking smart chain everywhere right now.
Yeah, and then you're going to offer staking for each pet as well in a pool. How will that work to earn rewards?
So as I mentioned, Akita Inu has like a 1x multiplier, which is like base because it's most common. But Micro Shiba holds Tony Ryan was a 3x.
Yep.
So it has a 3x multiplier. So you want that one. And say you don't open it in a dog crate, you can buy it off someone else that just wants to sell it in our marketplace.
Awesome. So how do you go about buying one of these, and what's the price for each mint? How much is it to buy the crate to open up your special micro pet?
Okay, I guess I'll still talk.
Yeah, I can answer it if you want, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Answer that, 'cause
so
I end up
yeah, no problem.
stuttering. It's not good.
Yeah, no problem. So with the actual cost, that's something that we actually have some control over in the back end dashboard, because we know that when we start off, the price of micro pets is going to be probably dramatically different than after we're live for even an hour, if we think where this thing can go. So the whole point is we don't want these crates to become so expensive that nobody can afford to buy them. So um, we don't have like an exact like dollar target in our actual head right now of like this is the perfect target. What we're going to do is kind of adjust things a little bit on the fly and make sure that it's reasonable for the general consumer, probably around $50-$100, somewhere around there, maybe a little bit less. We still have to just kind of consider that, but we can change that at any point in time that we want.
Yes,
So
we have
that's
the
the power of
functions
it.
to constantly change the price based on how the market is moving. Like say B&B has a flash crash, we can quickly jump in BSC scan and into the DAP and adjust what needs to happen to the price to not overcharge or undercharge someone to buy a dog crate.
Awesome. And then going into the future, you're looking at the special edition micro pets as well for seasonal promotions and stuff. That sounds awesome.
Yes, I mean, like for example, in the U.S. we have Halloween coming up, but I feel like everyone in the world knows what Halloween is. Like spooky. So like there could be special, like say like the whole crate design changes to have like that spooky approach. All the dogs are dressed up in costumes. Say Thanksgiving comes around, Christmas comes around, Easter comes around. Our 3D illustrators and graphic designers, it is such a quick like turnaround and how quick they are with completing this to reskin. It's insane.
And then you've got with the tokenomics, it's a very low entry cost to buy into the token, which is great. You're used to these 15-20% sort of buy-ins. Is it 3 or 4%? I think the tokenomics.
Oh, you want to go over the tokenomics real quick? Yeah. Okay, so tokenomics will be this. So the buy tax is 3%. The sell tax is 12%. 2% to LP, 10% to the manual buyback / marketing wallet. Because we all know what happened with Everrise. It was all automatic and they had automatic buyback exploits left and right. And but there's a catch though with our tokenomics. So we are implementing a function which you have seen in other projects that have done it, like kind of like ours is called Power Hour. There'll be a 0%, it'll be a 0% buy tax and a 30% sell tax during that time. And we all know that people will buy it up, but then they're going to want to dump right after the hour, correct?
Yeah.
But we have a fix to that though. We have hard coded a cooldown timer to adjust the sell tax during the cooldown time to get back to normal market condition tax.
Yeah. Is that built into the contract? The maximum sell would be 30%, and then a buy would be 0%. Yeah.
That's just the tax. But regarding tokenomics as well, not one normal user can own over 1% of the supply, no matter what. The only exclusions will be the contracts that we have built for the staking. I guess we'll bring up our gaming platform coming out, our game we're building, along with the marketing buyback wall. Those are the only contracts that will ever own over 1% of the supply.
Awesome, yeah. And then I can go back to the micro pets. So how will the staking feature work, where you can put your pet into a staking pool and you earn rewards?
You just you go in your own on the DApp, you go into your inventory, you see all the dogs you have. You either click stake or sell. If you stake them, it goes right in the pool.
Awesome. And what sort of reward rate is that? And is that in micro pet tokens or?
Yes, you are rewarded in micro pet tokens.
Awesome. And
Tony, do I talk
rate?
about the secondary pool yet or no?
Yeah, I can expand on that because I think it's a good time. Glenn, if you don't mind, is all the tokens that are spent on the application go into a wallet, and That wallet will then let us either refuel the staking pool for rewards. Okay, so we can make sure that that is beneficial for users staking their NFTs. The other
Centralized
cool
exchange.
thing, yep, yes, centralized exchanges. The other cool thing we can do
Binance.
is Binance. We have farming in the future that we're going to be putting together, okay, which we could talk more on as we progress here at the AMA. That'll let us create a separate farming pool. In addition, we can have a separate play to earn pool. So by the way, instead of just having everything dump into one random pool that we can't control, we have them go into that wallet, and then we specifically control where those tokens go based on where they need to go to ensure that the community is happy with the application and the rewards. So that's the thinking that goes into that, which we think is extremely powerful. And Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think also the buyback wallet too, those tokens we could also use to help, fuel some of
Correct.
these things as well.
You're
So
correct. It's always
Awesome.
so this contract is special because we all know like there's certain like automated like those contracts that like sell tokens and they accumulate so much of the supply, but like what if you need those tokens to expand your project? Like how can you access them? We have it hard coded that if we want to take out like 0.5% of the supply, like, and send it to like an exchange or a new pool, like we have full access to everything inside of the contract. And yes, every audit that we can think of is going to be done. We're going to start with the very base full paid tech rate audit because that's the quickest one to get. Not their free audit because that one sucks. The full check, and then after that, we're going to choose a high reputable audit company to audit us. Because the biggest like our main focus is the protection of investors and transparency. Because without transparency, you have nothing.
Awesome. Yeah. So when you stake your pet, what would be the percentage rewards for micro pet tokens?
Tony, do you have that number on you?
So how it is actually determined is we have 10% of the total supply going to that pool, and then it's going to be released over like a 6-month period. Okay, so the number of people like obviously staking their NFTs will control the actual rewards. So in the beginning, the rewards obviously just with any staking system, the rewards are higher than when more people get onboarded, right? So the percentages will adjust. The cool part, like I said, is as people are buying crates and opening the NFTs and using these tokens, and as we're doing buybacks, we can make sure that that pool is actually still a sustainable reward system for the users. So that's kind of how the whole thing works. Obviously, the APY does vary depending on how many use. There's a lot of different variables, so it's like you can't give a specific example to that. But like we said before, the rarer the NFT, the more leverage that NFT will have in the staking pool, the more rewards that will get. So it'll
And
have
it's
more
like
power as a result.
the main goal is to like, because every user, like any user that's in this AMA right now, you go on a platform, if you see like a 30% APY, you're not going to buy it, right? You're not buying it.
Mm.
Our goal is to always, because that's the point of like when people buy the token, when people buy their dog crate, those tokens come to a wallet. Anytime we see the pool getting, like, okay, the APY sucks today, the last few days, we can just dump like say, let's just say on launch day, we kill all the snipers, everything. All of a sudden, the contract has like 15% of the supply. We can put that in the staking contract to increase everyone's rewards at any point we want to, and it will be done anonymously. We're not gonna announce like, hey, at this exact time we're gonna add tokens to the pool. It'll just happen, and then at that point we will tell everyone. We don't want people to buy the rumor, sell the news type situation ever.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and then also you've got the selling aspect of the NFTs as they increase in price in the future. Someone might want to sell some of their collection. That would be done through a marketplace on the website.
Our own marketplace built inside of the DApp. The user chooses what price they want to list their dog for. So essentially, they'll kind of create their own market doing that. The users on that standpoint.
And the cool part is they can list them in batches. So if they want to sell like 5 of one in one stack, they can do that. So people can buy 5 of one in one stack. So they have flexibility there. They can list them individual, or they can list them in a stack.
Because we
That's
don't
really
want
what they
people
want.
wasting gas on 5 transactions when we can just do 1.
Yep, it's up to the user.
Got you. Yeah. So yeah. So you're going to introduce, obviously, in the future, play to earn game, and will the rarity of the pet play into that as well?
You want me to answer that, Nick?
Oh, you man, you're the game guy.
All right. Yeah. So Glenn, I actually play Roblox with my kids, and one of the games on there is Pet Simulator. And how it works
Awesome.
is the user will actually, you know, take their pets and they'll send them towards a stack of coins or a chest, and that pet will then farm coins. And the more coins you get, the better eggs you can buy in the game. And when you open these different levels of eggs, the better pets are in there, and that gives you better rewards. And once you get better rewards and enough coins, then you can access the next area. That's essentially what are the future of what we believe will be the play to earn game for us. Will be that component where users will take their NFTs, they'll convert that to a game character, okay, and then based on the rarity of that game character and its power, that will determine how many coins they earn by attacking either a stack of coins or a chest. And also that will enhance the speed of their progression, and the more progression you have, the more rewards you will get as well. So that's something that we feel would be a very good fit for what we're building. And if anyone here has kids, you play that Pet Simulator game with your kids, you'll see that it's like a perfect fit for what we have. The other cool part is like power ups and stuff. So, if you want to buy a power up, let's say to make your pet have more attack power so it farms the coins faster, right? These could be all things that could be within our application that could further drive the utility and usage of the MicroPets token. So that's what we view as like kind of the future of our play to earn game. And today is the first time we're actually revealing that publicly of our idea and what we're going to implement. And only a select handful of our team has actually even heard this idea. So,
awesome.
Yep.
And we all know that game is going to take a little bit of time to make, but it's not like we want to make everyone wait for just the main game to come out. We're in the idea spot. We're in the idea moment as well, where Tony, Ryan, and myself are sitting down to say, okay, let's get like a mini play to earn game, making at the same time. To like, it's an idea to like kind of like let you still play to earn while you're waiting for the main product to come out. I guess a beta, right?
And then, are you looking in the future to expand the NFTs to multi-blockchains as well?
You are not the first person to ask me that.
Yeah, we actually got asked that earlier in an AMA, and
these
that's
are
definitely
first AMAs we're having today, by the way, for this project.
Yep.
So
yeah, so that's a great
Awesome.
question. And I really feel like like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm like a more traditional crypto guy in a lot of cases, and Harmony is a really good project that might potentially be a good fit for something like that. They're actually building cross-chain NFT, and they actually are building bridges to the different blockchain technologies. So, and they also actually have something called DaVinci, which is their own NFT marketplace. So I can imagine something like that could be something that we could leverage, and that's actually something that we talked about today with our developer as that question came up, and he was definitely like, yeah, that could be a really good fit, is a project like Harmony. And as you guys know, that's one that's actually been gaining a lot of steam lately because of that and its bridging capabilities. So that's a technology we could definitely see ourselves leveraging as we move forward.
any bridge that's available to any platform, I know Tony just said Harmony. You want to see our NFTs on Solana? We want to try to find the bridge to make it happen. It doesn't just stop at BSC. The point is to let everyone in the space know about this. Like, that is our goal. Like, this is like our Hail Mary. We spent 8 weeks. We spent 8 weeks developing this.
Day and night we work on this thing. So we want it to be kick ass. We want everyone to love it. We're not going to rest till that happens. So we're trying to make it as accessible to everybody as we can. So we've been working really hard on that.
Yeah,
And
I mean, so,
if you guys do not mind, Tony and Ryan, they are way better at speaking than myself. I do have to give my son a bath and put him to bed. But I just want to personally say, for me, I can't wait to hear the recording of what is the finishing extent of this conversation. But thank you, just from me, for giving us the opportunity to come and talk, because awareness, transparency is what's needed in the space from everyone just getting, I guess, shit on the last 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. We're showcasing something real, and everyone in the voice chat, I'm looking forward to seeing you. I really am.
that's awesome, Nick. Yeah, we'll see you over in your chat sometime. Yeah, if you need to shoot off, and I
Yeah,
can
of course.
carry on.
Tony and Ryan, you guys can take it from here. I'm gonna take a step away and listen to the recording after. Okay.
Yep. Take care, buddy. Take care of the kid. And
Sounds good, buddy. Thank you.
I like to
Why,
mention one other thing is, and this is today is one of the first times we're talking about this publicly as well, is Nick and myself went through the proper procedures. We are listing, we're going to be on Pink Sale for our public pre-sale, and we will have the KYC badge. And the only way to get that is to KYC. We did that directly with Pink Sale themselves, and we went on a third-party platform. All of our identification has been submitted, and we also had to take a photo of ourselves and validate that on that third-party application. So we can have that badge, because we view that in this space, there's a lot of people that aren't really that trusting, and there's a lot of people that do bad things, okay? And we feel that by showing that level of transparency and trust, through KYC, especially with a reputable organization like Pink Sale, which has become extremely popular, that is a clear signal to the community, our dedication for transparency for this project.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's great. That you come forward, and the Pink Sale seems to be the #1 place to go at the moment. It's I'm hearing some amazing things from that. So you've got a tech rate audit coming. Is that coming around the launch time? When will that be?
Plan is to get that done before launch.
Yeah, we'll have it done before the launch. Full tech rate. We're actually going to start that tomorrow.
Awesome. And for the Pink Sale, what's going to be the soft cap and hard cap for that?
Soft cap's 250 B&B, hard cap's 500, and then there will be a 0.1 B&B minimum and 1 B&B maximum contribution.
It's great. Yeah, it's a nice level for the investors. And then the following day, it'll launch on Pancake Swap on the 18th of October.
Correct.
Yeah, and I wanted to pop back and note that pre-sale will be predominantly whitelisted. We want to make sure that we get as many people in on the whitelist as possible, so that we can avoid any kind of bot action in the pro. There's not much we can do to avoid sniping at launch, but we will be blacklisting them. So if you are interested into the pre-sale, make sure a couple of contests running right now. We have a referral bot, which we'll post a little bit later, and we also have a sweep widget that Glenn has away some whitelist spots as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Awesome, that's great. Yeah, that the community can share in that with the whitelist. Yeah, and then if we can go back to the special edition micro pets, are they going to be a limited edition? How many will be minted of them?
We won't have the exact quantity yet. We'd have to look at demand, but we can control all that in our dashboard. And I can envision us kind of like, if we do like a Halloween or something, we'll definitely have to probably turn that off at some point, because people just won't want to buy it anymore, right? So we do have some control over that. Like I said, our thing for our initial application isn't like, the limited edition stuff. That's going to come later on down the line with the 2D type stuff Nick talked about. And for what we want to do initially, it's all about fun and letting people earn the rewards and get these different unique NFTs, and that's what it's all about, right? So that's a big part of what we have, and we want to make that as accessible to people as possible, versus like tying their hands and they're not able to obtain them or buy them, right? We don't know how popular this thing's going to be. If my assumption is right, it's going to be wildly popular, and we don't want to throw out a number and then run out of them, for example, right? Because the value in these is the user wanting to use the MicroPets token and get these crates and get these NFTs. Once you stop that, then the utility stops with it, right? So that's a big part of what we're working on. So hope that answers your question.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I can open it up to the team if anyone's got any questions for Tony or Ryan. No questions, or the community? Anyone got any questions for Tony or Ryan at MicroPets? See if there's any hands up. No. Okay. So I suppose yeah. If there's anything we've missed and you want to wrap it up, guys.
There's a hand up.
Yeah. Oh, we found one.
Hold on, we got a hand up.
Oh yeah.
Joey.
Yeah. Joey. Yeah. Hi, Joey. You got a question for the MicroPets team?
Yeah, sorry, I got here a little late, caught the tail end of it. I don't know if this was discussed or not, but what type of back-end security will you implement other than the audits, of course?
You mean for like the actual technology behind like the application and everything, right?
Right, and what
Yeah.
protocols do you take to ensure everything is safe once it's rolling?
Yeah, so first of all, we have a dashboard on the back end that monitors things, and make sure that, nothing does go awry. The second thing is, from a software stack standpoint, we're going to be hosting our application on Vercel, which is a really popular platform. The application itself is built in Next.js. So that's actually a modern application. Everything is built with modern technology for maximum flexibility. And then the security standpoint will also have all Cloudflare protection and things of that nature. We don't have to worry. The good thing about right now is we don't have to worry about databases or anything like that. So everything will all be like centralized onto one server. We won't have to worry about having databases in the cloud and some of those potential attacks. So the software infrastructure, we're considering that a lot, and we're also looking at also maximizing the bandwidth of the server so we don't go down on the first day. That's another thing that happens a lot of times for these applications is the very first day it goes down, right? And now I just jinxed us potentially, but I'm saying that that's something that we're taking into account, and we're going to try and get the enterprise grade hosting for our servers so we can support a mass amount of users. So that in essence is a big part of our security. And like I said, that dashboard does help us kind of monitor things in the back end and make sure that things are working as they expect. So hope that answers your question, Joey.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Anyone else got any questions for MicroPets team? No? Okay. Well, we can carry on about it. But yeah, if you wanted to maybe give us a roundup of, anything we've missed and we can look forward to in the future, guys.
Tony, talk about the development of rates and all that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So how's that going to work? Yeah, with the development of the crates.
Oh, the development for the crates, like how we actually do that.
No, I was talking about like the tree will be able to buy and give to their pets and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. So let me just outline a few phases here for. It's a good point, Daniel, for the community that's listening. So phase one, like I said, we launched with the NFTs. They have the ability to stake or sell in the marketplace, and we have the special release crates. Okay, so that's phase one. Right on launch, we are going to begin phase two and phase three. Okay, phase two is the farming mechanics for the NFTs. So, for example, you will be able to farm, let's say, the puppy version of the Microshiba into the adult version of the Microshiba. And in order to do that, you will have to buy treats and feed those treats to the dog. So the dog grows up, and the end result would be a new NFT with even more staking power. Okay. Phase 3 is the gaming mechanics that we talked about earlier. So that kind of outlines the future of our project, and I think a really simple roadmap. And the cool part is we can do 2 and 3 in parallel with each other, so we don't have to wait for one to finish before we go to the other, for example. And our development team is already building out the frameworks for us to have these mechanisms in it right from the beginning. So that's another really cool thing about the development team we have and sort of the infrastructure they put in place is we have a ton of flexibility with the application.
Yeah, I think
Awesome.
from a gaming standpoint, important things and development, right? Because with any kind of game, when it comes out and people are happy with it, we don't want it to stay stagnant. We don't want people to not have something to look forward to. So I was for that reason to kind of something tangible, and not just kind of sitting in the water and what's going to or what do I do if my pet is fully, if I'm the rarest pet and the biggest flyer, like where do I go from here? But speaking strictly retention and development standpoint, gaming sphere is something that we're putting a lot of effort into. I think, and I believe the rest agrees, is one of the metrics for continued growth.
Awesome. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it could go explosive because I don't know in other countries, but in the UK, 1 in 6 people own a dog, so it's very popular in the virtual world as well. To own a cute Inu as well, and to be able to stake that, and yeah, and then the games coming in the future. It sounds really awesome. Yeah.
Glenn, one other thing that's actually ended up really cool is people have reached out and had just seen what we have and they're like, we want our token to be part of this, our mascot to be an NFT. So we have communities already reaching out saying that, so we can envision that as being a really cool thing too, is people will actually want their token to be on micropets. That actually adds to their marketing potentially right in the future, because if we can get like thousands and thousands of users on this thing, that's all eyeballs on your potential project. So that's another thing that we really think could be a home run with this, is the ability to leverage different communities, which also helps market our application in our project, right? So we do a new NFT of, I'm not going to announce one that we're working on, but let's say I do one for a specific token. That community will definitely talk about their token being on micropets, and they will be talking about that to potentially thousands of users within their own channel. So that's another way we've kind of thought about strategically from a marketing standpoint, how to get this out to the masses as quickly as possible. So we've picked what we believe is some really popular tokens initially to create that buzz, but we see in the future even more. As you mentioned, people love the dogs, and we can envision even more of those coming out in the future, and maybe they're already being worked on right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you could approach the Doge community, it could be explosive if they all wanted one of the news as well. It's a huge community there. So going forward, what's the marketing plans after the launch for micropets?
Want to talk about that, Ryan?
The marketing plans after launch. I mean, directly during launch, we're going to start like our PooCoin ad campaign. Actually, we're starting that tomorrow. Campaigns on like Coin Sniper and every type of website like that. One big thing I haven't really mentioned that we're doing is we just booked a billboard outside of SpaceX. That's going to happen like a week into our launch, so that's a big thing. Yeah, it's got a message to Elon and everything right now, so we already booked that. That's set in stone, and that's supposed to happen, like I said, a week into our launch. So that's like the first things that we're doing. And then Tony expanded on like reaching out to the other communities as far as creating NFTs. We've been approached by some really big communities already for that. That's just a couple of things. I don't know if you had anything else to add to that, Tony.
Yeah, and I want to say another thing that we're focusing on too, Glenn, is, and I think a lot of projects get this wrong, is let's say you do all your outreach which is great. You know, advertising, you need to have awareness, but once you bring them to the community, how do you keep the community engaged? So one thing that we're really working on very intently here is, and we have a team dedicated to that, that's supposed to present the ideas to us as the leadership team tomorrow, is what are the ideas to keep every single day? I want something special for the community to have fun with and maybe earn a B&B or rewards from, right? And if we can do that every single day, people will love coming to the chat. People will learn more about what we're doing and our roadmap, and people will be more likely to tell their friends that. So that's a big part of our marketing, I think, as well, is how we build a really solid foundation of based on a good culture within our channel, and how that enthusiasm can potentially spread throughout the world, obviously, as we grow this thing. So that's another really important thing that we're working on, which often isn't discussed in marketing. It's normally about what ads are running, billboards, or whatever. If you have a strong community, they will tell people about it.
Definitely, yeah.
Yep,
Word
and
of
that-
mouth, yeah.
Exactly.
That sort of that boils back down to the same earlier intention, right? Like if you're speaking from like a standpoint, it's not all about getting new users. All like part
Hey,
of it
Daniel,
is
our microphone's really
retain-
cut up, buddy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it better now?
No, it's
So,
cutting out.
yeah.
Well, fine.
But yeah, the word of mouth, and then once people buy the news, and then show their friends, and then that's what, you know, so 100 people can send it out to 1,000 people, and you can just be you know, minting millions in the future. Yeah, sounds awesome.
It's a network effect, right?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So I can put the question out again if anyone's got any questions for micro pets. No, I think we've covered maybe everything. Yeah. So yeah, if anything you guys want to wrap up there, and then I can finish the recording, send you a copy over for your community. Obviously, you're welcome back here to keep us updated on the launch. So if investors want to come over to the pink sale, it's a public one, so that they can just come in and buy on the 17th of October, is it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That's exactly. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
but
Rod.
it's going to be mostly whitelisted. So
Okay. Right.
there's a couple ways to get on the whitelist. We have in our chat, we have a referral bot. They complete some tasks for their chance to get on the whitelist.
Awesome. Yeah. So if some investors want to come over to your Telegram, you can tell them how to maybe get a chance to get on the whitelist there. That would be great. Yeah.
And also another thing, our pink sale is up. Like our pink sale is live on there, right? Not like live, but it's up there as upcoming. So people will be able to see it, and then soon that KYC badge will be up. So people won't, go falling for like a fake one. There's probably going to be like fake ones up there, but ours will be the only one with a KYC badge.
Yeah,
What is the
that's
hard
great, yeah.
caps on? Sorry, I missed it.
500 B&B hard cap, 50 off.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, that's great. So the investors can just come into your Telegram, and see how they maybe get a chance to get on that whitelist. I'm sure, plenty of the investors will come over and try and get in that early, and then is it about 24 hours after you're going to launch after the hard cap, or would you launch on PancakeSwap a few hours after if you hit that?
24 hours after it hits the hard cap.
Got you. Yeah. Oh, well, thanks very much for coming, guys. It's a very, very exciting project. I love the news, and I'm sure, hundreds of thousands of people in crypto are going to, be purchasing NFTs. So they just come to your website and they can purchase an Inu with one of the crates. And you were saying is the price in BNB? How does it work?
The price will be in micropets.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Right. So they come to the website and pay in microdots to buy the Inu. Yeah.
We'll have a full DApp. So you'll go to the website, and then when the DApp is live, you'll actually click a button to go into that. And our website is built in WordPress. The DApp is built in Next.js, which runs on a different server. So they'll click the button, they will go to the DApp, then they can connect their wallet, and everything will be right there. And we've actually fully tested everything right now. It's all working beautifully. And right now we're just making the UI a little bit better because we have a little bit more time before our launch, obviously. So everything right now is working great for that. So we're all set and ready to go and wrap things up. The other thing I want to call out with the pre-sale is we'll probably be doing some more whitelist stuff as we get closer to launch and we have more people joining later on. So there will be more opportunities for people. But right now, you're still early. You can join the sweep widget and get your whitelist slot pretty easily if you just do the shilling and submit those. You could do 3 per hour. So that's something I recommend, is doing the sweep widget and the referral bot. Both of those are good opportunities. Our goal is to get enough whitelist slots where we don't get botted as soon as we get public. I've seen that happen so many times. As soon as you turn off the wait list, it fills and you can't even get, normal users can't even get in. So that's part of what we're really trying to consider, is make sure we have legit investors get in and keep the bots out.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks very much for coming, guys. I'm sure the investors will be coming over to the Telegram. We've got a link there for the website and the Telegram. So the pet sales go live on the day of launch, is it, or just before? When can people actually get hold of them crates and buy the pets?
Day of launch, because they have to be able to they have to spend the micropets tokens, so they have to hold those in their wallet first to use the application. So as soon as I'm thinking we'll have the application live, but they won't be able to actually use certain parts of it yet because they won't have any micropets tokens to spend. One other thing I like to touch on before we close things out that's unique to us: users can buy, if they want to buy 20 crates in one transaction, they can do that. If they can also open 20 crates in one transaction, they will then see a paginated view of all the NFTs they get. That's also something that's unique to us, which adds even more volume and throughput of the micropets token utility through the application. So I wanted to wrap things up with that, which I think is extremely bullish for us.
Awesome. Yeah. That's great. Thank you very much for coming, guys. I'll finish the record and send a copy over for you to share with your community. And I'm looking forward to the launch. And and investors, are just going to go crazy over the new pets, I'm sure.
Yeah, thank you for having us, guys. It's been good.
Yeah, thank
you so much, Glenn.